It shows on my side we are live. On your side, how's it looking, Mariette?
Yes, it is live and it says excellent condition.
Excellent then. Afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Surplus Yarn Stories. This is episode 22 already, and today is the 28th of January. It's our first one for 2024. So just quick introductions. I'm Leonie. I've got a YouTube channel, Independent Yarn Craft, and then the person sitting here, Mariette.
Hi everyone, my name is Mariette, also known as the Boervrouw, and I have the Crafty Stitches podcast here on YouTube. And yes, we are very excited to be back here today and to chat with you all about all of the projects that we worked on since we were here last. So yes, welcome.
Hi, Rosemary. Thank you for
Hi.
joining. I think just a quick Happy New Year to everybody as well. Yeah, we sometimes forget it's already the end of January, but it's our first one doing. I can't speak. It's our first episode together. So, again, Happy New Year to everyone. Hope 2024 is going to be a prosperous year. Okay.
Yes, yes. My dog is actually joining us. So the moment we started speaking English, she was like, "What's happening?" Very
Yeah.
funny.
Okay.
Yes, just out of frame.
So, Marie,
Yes. Oops, what happened there?
I am sorry.
Oh,
Load shedding.
like,
I'm probably going to mute myself and
sure.
fix this. Would you mind
Good. No problem.
doing
See,
your
Almarie has joined us. Hi, Almarie. Almarie says hi, and blessed 2024 to everybody. So, yes, glad you could join us today. We are very excited actually to be here. Um, I had a little bit of technical difficulties, hence the different background. So we're trying out some new things. And yes, I actually had quite a little bit of making the last month. I've been trying to keep up with my own goals. And sometimes it's a little bit difficult, but anyway, we do what we can and we we take it from there. There you can see the puppy. She's also here. Say hi. Anyway, she's joining us. We had a little bit of thunder earlier and she was on my lap. And now I said, okay, just stay, but the thunder is over. So the two of us are just here chatting away. And I keep going out of private here. What it is, moves to this phone. Yeah, good.
Hi Marie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Everyone else can hear
Okay,
us
good.
still. Fine. Yes. I just told everyone I had a little bit of technical difficulties, hence the different background. So yeah, I think this is going well. It looks fine on my side actually. So I think this is we are good. All
Good.
right. So we're starting with finished objects, or did you want to talk about something else first?
No, was I supposed to talk about something else? I don't think so, no.
No, no. I think we said everything that we really wanted to share. Happy New Year and all those things. But you are more than welcome to go first with a finished object if you like.
Okay, let's do that. Ooh, gonna make myself big.
There we go.
Um, yeah. So last time when me and you were sitting next to each other, I was almost done with these socks. And excuse the condition that they are in, they have been worn extensively. These shortish socks are perfect for our summer weather that we're currently in. And yeah, The yarn that I used was from the yarn swap that me and Mariette did for the month of December. And yeah, I did this. What did I do? My
Cuff
word, did
down.
I do cup down or toe up? I think it was toe up. No,
Cuff
cuff
down.
down. It was cuff down. Yes, yes. So nice short socks with a slip stitch heel flap and gusset. And that's about it. What I have to say about these socks. They have been worn a lot. I really, really enjoy them. And an FO at least.
Yes. I must say I like the shorty socks as well. And it is still amazing to me if I look at the socks, how different it looks when it's knit up as to how you saw them when they were just little yarn cakes put together to go in a kind of a cohesive manner. But anyway, so I also did socks, obviously, with a yarn swap. So this is my socks, also shorties.
Oh,
I have not worn them yet. I've been saving them for the live. So I did toe up with the DB toe up socks pattern, and I did a different toe in one of my own leftovers, and then it was very amazing that both of these toes had a little bit of a striping effect before I actually started the stripes from the yarn swap. So it looks like I've got extra stripes, and then I did different heels. It's actually the same yarn, but it's self-striping, so the two heels looks different. I think if you look nicely, you will see that it ended with this blue and then started again on this one with blue. So I just carried on,
yeah.
and yes, I really enjoyed making these, and I'm so happy that I can now wear them. Yes.
They
I
are
don't think there was anything
beautiful.
else I wanted to say. Yeah, that is it. They are so nice and bright. Thank you.
And you used your pattern, your DB
Sew up
um,
socks.
toe up sock, yes.
Yes. Yes. With 2.25
Yes.
millimeter needles, and I think I knit them. Oh yes, I did. I knit them on 9-inch circulars so that I can knit them in tandem. I suddenly remembered that they wanted to just fall off the needles when we were last together when we were recording. They were so full with all of the gusset stitches. It just wanted to go off. Oh, and I
Yeah.
forgot to mention, got my mug here. See, coffee solves
Ah,
everything.
yes. Okay. But then while we are on the yarn swap, I see there's not a lot of comments on the site. But then, do you think you want to show your first whip already
Yeah, of course, I don't mind.
that you're also doing with that yarn swap?
Yes, I can do that. So when I was starting with the socks, I saw that I had lots of yarn left over because we did 5 gram minis, and I did only 4 rounds on each sock. So I started a pair of mittens. So this is the one I knit them at a time when I was doing this on long needle, but I stole that for another project. So this one is just on hold. This is my one, my, now I must think quickly, my left mitten, this one. So that one didn't get any love, it's just on hold. But I started the ribbing on the right mitten, right hand one. And I'm just
Sure.
continuing with the stripe sequence of 4 stripes per color. And I just fit this, and I'm thinking I might just go back a little bit and maybe change to a 2.25 millimeter needle for this ribbing. because I think I'm not doing fingers, I'm just doing a rib. I think it might be
Okay.
just a little bit too loose. So I might just go these 4 rows back and just change to a 2.25 maybe for the ribbing. Because I'm still planning on doing a convertible mitten top.
Yes.
I might start there somewhere. So I just want this to
Okay.
be nice, snug around my hand. So I might just go back a little bit and do that. But these are gorgeous. I love this pink that I used. And that's
It's perfect.
the only place I'm planning on doing a big piece in one color. The rest I'm all gonna stripe. So this is gonna be the only thing that brings it together. So yes,
So
I'm loving
just
this.
a follow-up question, Mariette. The flap that you're going to attach,
Yes.
how do you do that? How do you attach it afterwards?
Well, actually, you're supposed to leave like a lifeline almost in the stitches where you want it to be picked up. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to like when you, for instance, want to rip something back, you can take your needle and you just put it through all of the right legs of the stitches where you want to pick up. So I'm just going to go and pick up half of the stitches with my needle and just start knitting from there, because you pick up half and then you cast on the other half, and then from the back you will just knit this half from the mitten basically, and the other half would be like a, so it will be like a sock basically that's attached on one side in the back of the mitten.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now I
I
was
got this
just
idea.
fixing.
Sorry, I got this idea from the mittens that I made previously. I did share that, and it's the same ones that I gave you as a gift because those ones were a little bit small. And then I was thinking of doing basically the same thing, just picking up the stitches and knit a convertible mitten, because I'm trying to make up a pattern as well, because that one was in double knit yarns and this is now all fingering weight. So yeah, and you
Okay.
wanted to say something. Sorry.
Yeah, so while you were talking about that, it actually reminded me of I was looking at the Volblom's podcast and she did a review of all the knits she made in 2023. And I think it's the ballerina socks that she showcased. And she was explaining how they attached the ruffle. And it was the one row they pulled so
Oh
that
yes.
it's easy to know where to pick up the ruffle. So that was actually I was wondering if that's also something that you could do, but I don't know how sturdy it's going to be.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's something to keep in mind in future and test a few times. I mean,
Yeah.
good idea. Very
Okay.
good idea. So yes, that is all that I did on this project. And then I've got my little basket here with all of the things.
Ah, goodness! Even the purple popcorn bags.
Everything's here. Everything.
Okay.
So yeah, with my little purple alpaca thingy that I can't wear because it scratches me, so it makes my basket look nice. I can still enjoy it, even if it's not around my neck.
Yeah. Looks like a lot of fun. I just want to
Yes.
say hi to Laura. We haven't greeted her yet.
Oh yes, hi
She's joining
Laura.
us from George.
Very nice.
Okay.
Yes.
You have got a lot more webs to show actually than I do. Do you want to do another show another one first?
I can, no problem. I've got 4, including the mittens
Okay.
and the Battenberg blanket. But anyway, so let me show the brioche memories. I'm busy with a block at the moment. So the brioche memories is a lot like the cozy memories blanket. It's just in brioche, and you also do the what is it called? Mitered square. Mitered square. I just added 1 block in total this month and 3/4 because I ran out of this little yarn because it's part of the yarn swap actually. So the first one I did is this white one, and that is to represent my newest ranunculus that I made recently.
Sure.
This is a
It's
bit
coming
different,
along.
guys. I need to make sure that I have everything on the screen. I think so. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we can see.
yes. And then this one was one of the days of swap, but it is now finished. I think I can make maybe one row more, and then I will have to add in the next color. But as soon as I have the next color from the mittens, I will add it in here because I just go crazy with a yarn swap. Wherever it ends, I just carry on. So yes, that's the brioche memories. Really enjoying this project a lot.
Tell me again, what size needle are you using for that one, Mariette?
It is a 3.5 millimeter US 4, and
Okay.
I'm only adding in sock yarns, 75% wool, 25% nylon. Doesn't really matter if I made socks with it or a garment, or as long as it's a sock yarn, it goes in here. And only the 75% wool, because I find that the 80% wool, 20% nylon is much softer, but it makes a little bit more fuzz. So I thought I'll stick to one blend, and yeah. One day when I'm grey and sitting on the stoop next to you knitting, I'll be under this blanket.
Okay.
Then it'll be finished.
No, we will still be knitting on it probably.
Doing the last bit of eye cord, moving the glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's really a nice project.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you.
And then while you'll be sitting on your underneath your cozy memories, I'll also be sitting underneath mine. And goodness, I am now in the middle, not in the middle yet. I just started this block, but I added two blocks, and these are also from the yarn swap, the leftovers. So I created, let me take a step back. Once was done adding the stripes to my socks every day, I made some Battenberg squares, and then whatever was left after that, I made a magic knot ball. And I've already gotten two blocks out of the knot ball. I'm going on to the third block. I seriously doubt I'll do a fourth one. Yeah, I believe this will be my last block that I add from this yarn swap. So this is the pattern by the coziest memory pattern by Kemper Ray. Oh goodness. I'm doing it in all sock yarns of yarns that are left over of actual socks that I've made. And yeah, it's not too bad.
Very
It's
nice.
grown quite a bit over the last year or so. I should actually go and check when I started this blanket, but it's definitely been more than a year already, ne?
Yes, I think
Definitely.
so.
Yeah.
Mm.
So probably not a lot for a year, but it's okay. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
but
I'm
it's.
currently sorry.
I also wanted to ask about the needles because I see that looks like DPNs or straights or something. So
Yeah. So I started off making them with the Chaigu 2.5 millimeter with a cable, but then I've switched now to 2.5 DPNs, and just to make me a little bit less confused and to reduce the risk of it falling off, losing my stitches, I've just put one of these tulip needle stoppers on the end of each. And now it almost looks like those shorties that Kay uses for her jelly roll as well.
yes,
Yes. About that, I'm hoping to at least put this one block in tonight still.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah. Oh goodness, sorry. Yeah. Thanks, Rosemary. Yeah. I think we pay a significant amount of money for a yarn. I would not like to just throw that away, especially if you start using natural yarns.
Yes, and the other thing is that I was thinking when I saw the comment come in is what I said last time, that it's so nice to bring in the yarn and it goes somewhere immediately. I mean, I've made a pair of socks. I'm busy making a pair of mittens. I'm adding to my brioche memories. So I'm using the yarn 3 times for 3 different projects and getting 3 times the amount of joy out of one piece of yarn, one 5 gram piece of yarn. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah, very nice.
that is very true. Okay. Sure.
So I have one more whip that I want to share before we get to Battenberg. It's actually going to be one of the pattern suggestions as well. And yeah, if you watch Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady, you've definitely seen these. But I was standing in the kitchen a few days ago and I realized that my pot holders is looking really desperate, desperately bad, in need of an upgrade of some kind. So I did previously make one of the other pattern suggestions, which was also a pot holder. I cannot remember in which episode, but it's just like a flat piece of crochet work, and that works very well. I fold it double when I take things out of the oven, but I thought let me give this pattern a try as well. And this one that I'm making is the leftovers pot holder pattern.
Sorry to
It will,
interrupt you, Marielle.
sure.
Your voice went a little bit soft. I couldn't hear you properly. You just thingy a bit.
Sure. All right. Better now? Okay. So let me just repeat that quickly. So I decided to make the leftovers pot holder pattern, which is a lot like the Bev's Turn In On Itself pot holder. That is the pattern that Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady is using. But I've linked both of them down below in the Surplus Yarn Stories pattern bundle. So this is what I have so far. Just a little piece. So you start at the bottom with a chain, and then as you crochet, it just basically turns on itself. And you go this way, and then you will close it up here. So I just took some double knitting L Premier cotton, which is a discontinued yarn, and I just went and took little bits out of my stash that I will use for that.
It's going to look stunning. Those colors together are really pretty.
Thank you. It's funny that these are the only L Premier double knit that is little bits. The other 3 is full balls. So this is really all that there was in L Premier in the stash. So you can see I love them. I do use it a lot. And then I'm using a 4mm hook, and I think the leftover pot holder pattern starts with 45 chains, and I did 40, and I think it might be a little bit small, but I decided it's a pot holder. How small can it be? So I'm going to finish this one, and then I'm going to use it and decide if I want to make the next one a little bit bigger or if I'm going to stick with this amount of chains. So yes, pot holder in the making. I love making things that I can actually use and that I do have a need for. Instead of going out and searching for another pot holder, I can just make one. Because the one thing that I don't like about bought pot holders is most of the time they are not washable, machine washable. They're just like wipe it clean with a wet cloth. And I mean, yeah. And if you wash, you sincerely regret it. Ask me. I did do that once. It doesn't work. So I like making the things. Rosemary, you're not gonna want to use the pot holder. I will make myself use it. Thank you, Rosemary. Oh yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing it done. I'm just wondering, I'm sure I can use any cotton yarn, eh?
Yes, I'm sure you can use any cotton yarn.
You're making my life very difficult right now because I'm looking at some leftover cottons just over here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, anyway, so yeah, I'm looking forward to using that. But I will finish it and I'll bring it first before I mess it up in the kitchen so that you can see what it looks like.
Okay. So, do you want to show anything else? Or do we only have our Battenbergs left?
Just the Battenbergs.
Okay. I'm gonna go first then.
Of course, do that. With the real
Because,
deal.
okay. Okay. So I've added 22 blocks this month. It's not even a block a day, so yeah, it hasn't grown a lot, but at least it's one full row that I've added since last time I've shown it. So it's difficult to show. It's very, very wide, but yeah, it's growing and growing and growing, and I am enjoying this so much. So the only thing I did this month was adding to the blanket with the white blocks. Um, and it actually helps a little bit to get going and keep going on a Sunday afternoon. So, yeah, and what did I do with the big bag now? Here it is. I used to have my blocks in a plastic container, neatly stacked so I could see it. It looked very pretty, but I was in any way always making it deurmekaar. What's the English word for deurmekaar? It was getting messed up. So I went ahead and I added it to my bag that Mariette made me. And what I'm doing currently is every time I'm done with my white block, the very last edge of the join as you go is when you add a new block. And I would just simply put my hand in here and find anything and pull it out and I put it in. I am beyond the point of trying to figure out making one spot not too pink or too blue or whatever. What goes out, what comes out of here goes into the blanket.
So
So
it's truly random.
yeah, no, this is true randomness. um, so I'm making the original version of the Battenberg blanket, which is a free pattern by Sandra Paul. I'm using all of my leftover sock yarns or sock base yarns. It's not necessarily yarns that I've used for socks. I use all 75% merino, 25% nylon socks for the mini blocks. And then even the main color that's white is an undyed 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon that I bought in cones a few years ago. So yeah, and then I'm using my 3 millimeter clover crochet hook, which my dog thought was a chewing toy. So that's about that. Do I need to say anything else?
No, I think that is it. I can just maybe add that we are running a 2-year long make along, of which the first year has passed, and we've been contemplating on making it longer because everybody needs a little bit more time. So I don't know. We will see at the end of this year what happens. But I was thinking when you were battling to show it, it's so long because it's already the width of your bed. Is that right? So
Yeah,
that's
queen
why.
size.
So yeah, but it's beautiful. It's really, really pretty. I really
I
enjoy
love it.
looking at the blanket. It's very nice.
Yeah. If it wasn't this beautiful, maybe I would have given up already, but this is just amazing. If I must say so myself.
Yeah, no, it is really pretty.
So
Very nice.
Sandra Paul had a vision. But have you seen some of her new designs as well that she's making with the is it the
Those mini
hexagon?
hexagons. Yes.
Yo, it's stunning. I love it.
She's got very pretty patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure how we'll get through all of the two knit and two crochet lists that we have, but there are some things that maybe I have to make it on the list. I saw another pattern this week, and I'm thinking on what it is, but it's completely out of my mind. I might do it as a pattern suggestion next month. Um, yeah, also hexagons, but it's a knit pattern, and it is gorgeous, really gorgeous. But anyway, let me not get sidetracked. I also have a blanket to finish, which I contemplated last year to stop, but I decided I've worked on it for a year, so yes. And I'm actually glad I am finishing it. It's very interesting to me that when I think about working on the blanket, I don't feel like working on the blanket. But when I pick the needles up and I start, I don't want to stop working on the blanket. It's very funny. I don't know why. But anyway. So I decided this month to not ever stop and just do one block every day and try to add it. Some days it doesn't work. I don't add the block as well, but then on the next day or 3 days, I just quickly add the blocks to the blanket and then we go on. So I am being difficult and knitting my Battenberg blanket, and I am not doing the one main color effect of the Battenberg blanket, which is actually the main feature of the Battenberg blanket, but never mind. I usually do my own thing. So I decided I want to do some stash busting and I want to make the blanket for my husband because last year, I think it was the year before, I made the chevron crochet blanket for myself. So I decided I'm going to make him a blanket. If he wants it or not, he's getting a blanket. So I chose all the blues and browns and grays and navy, and there's a little bit of yellow, there's a little bit of everything in here. And I filled up a big bag and I'm changing my main color every 2 rows. So this is what my blanket looks like. If I can find the top, where is the top? It's this spot. Okay. So I'm knitting the squares from the middle with the pinhole cast on out. And this is what it's looking like. I'm gonna maybe stand up to try and show it. Let's see.
Sure. It's
There we go.
massive.
It is, it is. It became very big. It's halfway done, just over halfway. I think this row is the halfway point, this black, and I've started the gray on the next row. So in the previous episode, we were at this blue one, and I added the rest of the row and the next row. So I added 28 blocks for the 28 days of January. So I'm very happy with myself with this blanket. I'm really, really happy with it.
No, you should be. Well done.
Thank you. Very, very happy.
Stunning.
I actually maybe need to mention that I did write up a little free download on Ravelry for how I knit the squares. So if you're interested, you can just grab that for free. And yeah, if anyone wants to still join us and maybe have a Battenberg lying in the corner that you'd like to finish, we're hosting the Make Along on Instagram, so you can just send us a DM. Sometimes it's nice just to see somebody else working on their blanket, and it inspires you to just pick up yours and just do it 2 blocks. And before you know it, it's like, I'll just do another block, 10 blocks, you know? So it's not a bad problem to have.
You were breaking up a little bit again there, Mariette, but I think we got the gist of what you were saying.
Yes. I see that Adela has joined us. Hi, Adela.
Hi, Adela. And then Rosemary actually asked a question 2 or 3 comments ago.
Cool.
She's asking which crochet hooks work well with the natural yarns.
Well, I would say I'm not sure if the crochet hook really goes with natural yarns or acrylic yarns. What I've found over the years, I'm sorry, I just decided to answer this question. I don't know if you had a
Hmm,
very good answer. I just took over here. Anyway,
now
so
continue.
I was always using the little steel crochet hooks like the owl hooks or old ones that I got inherited from my grandmother and so forth, which there is nothing wrong with them. But at the time, I was crocheting so much that I got little blisters here on my fingers because I only crocheted basically, I didn't really knit at all. And then I started looking into other types of crochet hooks. And I was reading lots and lots of reviews. And that's when we got these Clover hooks. I actually got them, my set from Mincy, from Naughty Habit, when I met her at the Magalies Yarn Festival in 2018, 2019. I can't remember exactly. 2018, I think. 2018, if I remember correctly. So the reason why I chose these hooks is because of how the head is formed. So I know I can't really show it on here exactly, but the head is nice and flat, and I don't know what you call this part, the underside of the hook does not split the yarn that easily. So some yarns that is not plied very tightly splits more easy, but the moment you have a nice, I want to say more flattish type of crochet hook head, that helps a lot because it glides easier and it doesn't split the yarn so much. But that is what I found. I know lots of other people like any type of hooks, and I think these look a lot like the tulip hooks as well, the heads. Um, I don't have a tulip hook. Do you have a tulip hook, Leonie? You
I've
do?
got one tulip hook, but I still prefer my clovers.
Okay, all right. Now I was just wondering how different the two heads look. I will see when we get together again. Maybe we can do like a picture or something for an episode once, or just to share. You know, then we can put it on the screen and show what it looks like. Because I think their heads look a lot the same. It's maybe just the grip that is a little bit different.
Okay. Sorry, I don't have it here close by, but we'll have a look.
No, it's fine. But that's what I find that there is some yarns that is just more prone to splitting. I'm not sure if it's got anything to do with the. I've heard people talking about an S twist and a Z twist, where the one is more for crochet and the one is more for knitting. But I have no real information on that, so I can speak to that. The only thing that I can speak about in my that I know about is that the crochet hook makes a big difference for me. That helped me a lot to get more splittiness with my crochet. So I think it's more about the hook than the yarn in most cases, depending on if it's very loose and very stringy. Then I mean it's going to be a little bit difficult to work with. I hope that answers the question.
So, without getting into the technicalities, just to tell you a incident that happened. I was at that stage doing a test for marijuana, and I was working with my clover hook. I was working with the 4.5, and as it always happens, my hook went missing, and I went back to my owl um, hook, and it was a massive difference. I was getting so frustrated because it just doesn't glide through as nicely, and yeah, I I'm a big fan of the clover hooks.
Yes, and I also think that maybe it's almost the same as people always talk about when you start with a certain knitting needle, like a Chiagu steel needle, don't switch to a bamboo needle mid-project because your gauge will change. And I think that's the
Mm.
same thing with the hooks. It also changes. Never mind that it's a battle if you're used to a specific tool and that works well for you, but I think that also changes gauge a lot. Very interesting, actually.
Very true. Hi, Maritza.
Hi.
Okay,
Well, Rosemary
I
says,
think
okay, thank you. So I hope it seems I've answered the question a little bit.
a little bit. So do you want to do the pattern suggestions, right?
We can do that. That is
Okay, let
good.
me figure it out.
All right.
Okay, goodness. Sorry, give me a
No,
second.
it's fine. It's fine. No
Here we
problem.
go.
All righty.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
this one is awesome. Should I talk to it, Mariette?
You can.
Okay, so the first pattern is something that also tests all my willpower here. But this is the end times. It's a sort of like a 3/4 cardigan. Um, yeah, it's a cardigan, but it's also made with fingering weight yarns. Pattern is by Amy Gunderson. It is a paid for pattern, but this is just amazing. I love it. Let me check. Yeah, it's Amy Gunderson. It's a paid for pattern and it's fingering weight.
Yes, that's very pretty. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one is the little gemstones pattern. It's also kind of a new pattern. It was released in November 2023. It's also for fingering weight yarn. It's a paid for pattern on Ravelry. And the pattern is knit bottom up. So you start at the bottom little gem there and then you work your way up. And the pattern information on Ravelry says that this shawl is knit in one piece from the bottom up. The gems are knit as you go without needing to pick up stitches or any seaming. I like that.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yes, it's really, really, really pretty. Um, yes, I really, really like that. It is a pattern by Claire Slade, and yes, I did not mention, but it is all linked in the pattern bundle on Ravelry. So we can go to the next one,
Okay.
which is crochet one. So this is the pattern that I'm actually crocheting at the moment. So I did add both of the pot holder patterns into the bundle, but I chose this one specifically to show exactly how beautiful it looks with leftover yarns. Because you start in the middle and you work your way around, it makes that stripe effect on both sides. I love it. I truly,
No,
truly love
this
it.
is no, Rosemary is correct. It's going to be very difficult to use these pot holders.
So yes, this is a free pattern on. No, I'm lying. It is a free pattern. I'm on the wrong thing. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It is suggested to use DK worsted or heavier yarn with 5 millimeter hook. And this download is actually a PDF page that you can download on Ravelry. So that makes it a little easier if you might be using Knit Companion or you just have one piece of paper. I think it's on one piece of paper if I remember correctly. And then the other one that I did add is the Baveston on itself pot holder. And I did not make a picture of that, but it is in the bundle, and it's also a free pattern, and you just read it from a blog. So yeah, very, very nice. They're very similar, just different amount of cost on stitches, but it's made in the same type of way. So very nice. If you need a new pot holder, very nice.
Thank you. And then I'm just looking at the comments here. Rosemary said you did explain it well, Mariette. And then
Good.
Almarie commented that she prefers a tulip because the clover one is a bit shorter in the hand. So, I
Yes,
think
it's
each
very
person has their preference.
definitely. So that's why if you're in the market for another tool, it's sometimes very nice to get a friend that has one and feel it in your hand, or go to an actual pop-up shop where it is available, where you can actually touch it and feel what it feels like in your hand before you do the investment of buying like a set, for instance. Because that's what I also did with the clover hooks. I was searching for a woman and I found one and I bought one hook, and I started working with it and saw this is what I want, and then I bought a set, and you got the 4 millimeter that was in the set. So yeah, it's good to test out different ones and just make sure, because I have heard this before that the one is a little bit longer than the other, and some people prefer it just because of that.
Well, compare this is a chai goo and look at the length difference. I
Yes.
just don't know where's my tulip book now. I think it's on a project outside now. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's very interesting, because then that means that the chai goo is also shorter than the clover one. So that will be much shorter than the tulip. Very
Yeah, and they are
interesting.
both 3 millimeter in width. And I have tried working with the chai goo and I don't know, I'm just not a fan. It's very flat here at the end,
Okay.
whereas this one has got a little bit more shaping to it.
Yes. Luckily, there's lots of tools out there. So the chance that you will find one that suits your personality and how you like to work is very good. It's just the search. That's the problem.
Okay, so we've showed everything that we need to.
Yes.
Anything else that you want to add, Mariette?
No, I think that is everything from my side. Um, yeah, I'm still gonna try and do my one Battenberg block a day for the next month. So I should be able to. I haven't looked at the dates yet, so I don't know how many blocks I should be able to do. But anyway, I'm trying to do one a day at least. And then if I get distracted on a Sunday with all of the other projects, at least I do one every day and grow the blanket. So I'm looking forward to that. Yes.
Okay. So, in that case, thank you everybody for joining. We had a blast chatting to you and sharing all our projects. Yeah, wishing you a great month ahead. The month of February, it looks like if I just quickly check on my calendar, our next Um, Surplus Yarn Stories is going to be on the 25th of Feb. So until then, from my side, thank you very much and see you later. Mariette.
Yes, I just remembered when you said February and you checked the calendar that February this year has 29 days. So, with the 25th being our next episode, that will mean I will have about the same amount of blocks to do. But I'm also looking forward to seeing you next time. I hope that you have a wonderful month full of knitting and crochet time. And you are more than welcome to come and chat with us a little bit on Instagram. I am a little bit more active on Instagram. And come show up there and chat with us. I love to hear what you guys are working on. And if you have any pattern suggestions for us, please drop them in the comments down below. And looking forward to seeing you next month for episode 23. Have a lovely month, everyone. Bye.